Hi, I'm Brenna.
And I'm Sarah.
I'm from Austin.
And I'm from San Antonio.
And we're both 18.
And this is both of our first year in a college level composition course. But the classes such as seminar and composition have helped us to develop our skills as college students.
Today we're going to be talking about how Triad has helped us and how we can apply the skills we've learned to future classes.
Writing is influenced by literary experiences because everything comes from something. Nothing's ever really original. Everything we write comes from something we've previously read in a book or seen in a movie, and our writing experiences are affected by things that we've seen throughout our lives.
You can reference other people's writing to make yours better, or when you read someone else's writing, you kind of get a sense about what that person's like, and the same if they're reading yours. When people proofread your writing, they can give you suggestions on what they think is best and what would fit best in your paper. You also gain knowledge by reading what others have written, and people gain knowledge reading what you have written, and it's all basically an endless cycle.
Writing is a recursive process because it just repeats over and over again. You have to write about 15 drafts and then before you have your final one. And even when you write your final draft, it's never going to be perfect. There's always something you can change about it. And that process of the 15 bajillion drafts just repeats over and over and over again for every paper you will ever write, ever. For seminar, when it comes to values, I have to say one of the biggest ones for me is hard work, because it's going to be something I'm going to need later in life, like we all are. When we get out of college and get a job and everything, that's just something that's never going to leave us. We need that, and I think seminar actually has helped a lot to, work hard and stay focused when it comes to my work. When it comes to goals, personally, I strive to be successful, to get good grades, and just hopefully pass college. That's probably my biggest goal. And then also another goal is to end up a better student than I came in. Not just, in school and work, to be a better person, to end up just better than I came in overall. And when it comes to strengths, I think my biggest strength is probably time management. And seminar has helped a lot with this, but also because I learned a lot in high school. It was basically beaten into me for 4 years to learn how to manage my time.
The sociological imagination is the insight offered by the discipline of sociology. It's basically applying personal experiences to society, or applying society to personal experiences in how it affects daily life.
Making the familiar strange has affected me in my writing, especially with papers such as the social stratification and the discourse community ethnography, because I had to take my normal outlook on things in those papers and completely change it. I had to look at them from a completely different perspective, which isn't what I'm used to at all. So I had to completely make what was familiar to me strange, which I guess in a way was really strange. And there's also been discussions that have applied to this making the familiar strange idea, such as one in seminar that we had when we talked about gender roles in preschoolers and how society tries to make girls girls and boys boys just by dressing them a certain way and allowing them to act a certain way, which it took what I knew about gender and society and completely changed it in a way, which was really interesting to me. And it made me actually use my sociological imagination.
Things that will apply to future classes and careers could be like with composition, learning to cite things in text and like on a annotated bibliography, or formatting, helping with papers that we're obviously going to have in the future. In sociology, it helps you to be more observant of others. That could come really in handy with professors if they're kind of tricky, or with other students. And in seminar, I think the most useful thing would be study techniques. We went over them kind of in the beginning of everything, and I've applied them more than I thought I would have.
Yeah, study techniques have definitely helped me also. And also for seminar, for me, it's just like planning ahead, and that's going to help not only in the future, because like you have to plan out your schedule and like your agenda and everything, but like planning in life, make sure you go to all your events that you need to go to and do everything you need to do. And also for sociology, just use a basic understanding of people and why they do what they do, and just being able to apply it, especially like when working in group projects and doing things like with other people, because it'll help you maybe get along with them better. And then for composition, just using the whole writing process that we've learned in future papers and things, like just all the drafts and editing that we've had to do will definitely help in the future.
Agreed.
Some tips to help the incoming freshmen that we've come up with include: 1, turning in all your work. This is important because if you don't get a good grade and then you fail. Number 2, go to class, because if you don't go to class, your teacher might take off points for not attending, and that would be bad. Number 3, be social. Like, just open up and like get out of your little turtle shell and make some new friends or something. Because I was shy. I'm still shy, but I tried to be a little more social going into college, have a new outlook on everything. So,
okay. And my advice would be, you're obviously going to be afraid of college. I was, she was, probably everyone that's in our class was afraid. It's really not as scary as you think it would be. Study. I can't emphasize that enough. And see what study techniques are best for you. Like, I know for me, it's making flashcards and looking over my notes several times. Also, be sure to use the resources that are provided for you. Like, if you need to go talk to your teacher, or go talk to CASA, or even students that are in the same class as you, have them try to help you out if there's not something you're understanding. And that's about it.
So this first year semester experience has been interesting, I guess you could say. Like, the Triad has definitely helped out in my development as a student. I have learned to better develop papers. I have learned study habits and just things that I couldn't really do as well before, and that's just a little bit of how this Triad B has helped me throughout this semester.
Yeah, especially in composition, I learned a lot of writing techniques and stuff like that I didn't know before, and like all the readings we did were very helpful. The seminar class, I think made it a lot easier to adjust to the college experience, and I liked that we had Rachel there to talk to if we really had any questions, and all of the professors really